Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Diamond Jameson, and I'm going to be doing the show you my makeup tag, I guess. I have no freaking idea. This is a requested video, and I have like every palette, so this might be pretty fucking long. By the way, my new boyfriend is actually watching me do this on FaceTime, so if you hear yelling and screaming, it's definitely him and not me. Alright, so I'm going to start with one of the least expensive palettes that I have that I haven't used in like 3 fucking years. So this is the first palette of eyeshadows. Honestly, you guys, I've only touched this palette like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 times in all. And there is 104 colors. And I got this palette from Walmart when I first started getting into makeup. As you guys can see, the reds, definitely, some of the browns are like my favorite colors. But if you look towards this way, I barely use any of these colors or any of these at the bottom here. So this is my very first, I think, eyeshadow palette. And these actually do have names of the colors. I was really surprised about that. So this is definitely an older palette that I really don't use anymore. But, oh well. So we're going to move on to some name brands. Alright, next I'm going to show you guys my NYX Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette. I got this for Christmas from the ex-husband. See, he still loves me. And I have not used the... Wait, have I used it? Yes. I used the yellow, but honestly, you guys, I really don't like the formula of this, of the eyeshadows. I really don't. I felt like they didn't really come up as good. But I don't know. Maybe because I got my brush a little too wet. I'm not sure. But I will definitely review trying these again because I really do enjoy the colors. And do these have names? These do not have... Oh, wait, they do have names. Okay, I think they do have names. I think they're just on the back. Alright, the next palette I'm going to show you guys. I used to be obsessed. I used to be a definite MAC girl, which I still am for foundation and powder. But I do not like MAC's eyeshadows. I bought this palette for $36, I believe, and I think I've only used it maybe once, so not really a fan of these. I don't know. I don't like MAC. Really don't. Sticking with the MAC combo, this is the Chocolate Cool Time one, and I really enjoyed the colors, but again, I have not used my MAC in I don't know how long. Moving on, let's go to my first name brand, you guys. This was like my very first name brand products, and I was like, did not realize that I had name brand shit. There's one missing. Anyways, this is what I have right now. Alright, so this is the Sephora Ready for the Night and the Sephora Daily Chick. Alright, and this was my very first one, so I used it way more than any of the rest of them. Like, so it's pretty old, but it also came with like lipsticks or lip glosses that I never fucking use. And I use these main colors mostly. But that was like these are my very first like quote unquote real stuff. And then again, these 2 colors, the most you can see, ones I dented in, and I never use the lip glosses. Alright, MAC. Alright, moving on to one of my favorite palettes right now. I even broke it, which I'm really mad, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, you guys. This is my ride or die. I freaking love this palette. Like I said, I did break it, but this is my favorite, by far my favorite palette. My favorite color in the palette is definitely Saturn. I love the dark orange. It's definitely my favorite. I love Parallel. It's like a dark brown. So I really love this palette. It's just so amazing. So I really, really like it. So, alright, next, moving on to an oldie but a goodie. It's been out for a while, and this is actually the first Too Faced I got. This is the Too Faced Peach palette. This was my it still smells like peaches, my very first Too Faced palette. I was super excited to get this palette and to work with this. My favorite color in the peach palette, I'm gonna go with Just Peachy, is one of my faves, definitely. Nectar and Peaches and Cream, definitely my favorites. Like, seriously, you guys, look at this palette though. It's like so gorgeous. Like I said, this was my very first Too Faced palette, and I really freaking enjoyed it. All right, moving on. I'll do that one last. Okay. This was probably, I only got this palette because Victoria Lane, you guys can go watch her freaking channel because she's amazing. This is the Jeannie Michaels by Urban Decay. You guys, honestly, this palette is amazing. I really love it. I haven't touched it since I got it, I think. But look at these colors. Oh my god, like, adorable. I freaking love all these colors. The one cool thing about this, though, is when you do decide that you don't use the palette anymore, you're over it, you guys actually can keep these because this is actual real artwork. Isn't that really cool? So I ended up getting this one, and then I also got the sister version of it that I cannot find right off the top. Oh, here it is. It's right here. And here's the other Sephora I was telling you about. So this is the other Jeannie Michaels one, and I actually got this one first, I believe, and then I went back and got that one. But look, you guys, like, these are very, very pretty colors, very neutral. This is my favorite color in the whole thing. I love that freaking smoky gray. It's so pretty. And in the other one, my favorite would probably be blue. You guys know I love blue. I think I look amazing. Back into that Sephora collection. This is Working It. And this was like pretty neutral, you guys. Like, mostly. I did a lot of black. It's like all I used to do was like a black color. All right, moving on to BH Cosmetics. So this is the Take Me to Brazil palette. Another gift that I got from my ex when it came out, and this is my least favorite one, I think, out of all my palettes. I do not like Take Me to Brazil palette. I begged for this palette, and I fucking hate it. I don't like it. I've used it once, and I didn't like it. I didn't like when makeup came out. Going back into Urban Decay, this was my second high-end brand. This is the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette, and this was my favorite palette. Hands down, was my favorite palette. I freaking was in love with it and loved all the colors. I love all the neutral colors. I haven't used the Urban Decay palette in quite some time, but I definitely will go back into it at some point. It's definitely my favorite. All right, moving on to the funny thing about the next palette I'm going to tell you about. This is the only thing I have from this company, which is really crazy, and it's actually a really good product. This is my B Bella Cosmetics palette. You guys, seriously, I fell in love with B Bella Cosmetics and have not bought another palette ever since. But look at these colors, you guys. Look, oh my god. You guys can definitely tell this is definitely one of my go-to palettes, especially if I want to do something a little crazy. I love the bright colors that they show up here. You guys, like, seriously, my favorite color in the palette is probably definitely the pinks. The blues are really good, and I do like a lot of the neutral colors. If I want to do like a quick smoke eye look for work, I definitely, hands down, go to my B Bella Cosmetics palette. All right, I'm going to go into my Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean palette. You guys, honestly, I'm just going to be straight up with you. I bought this palette just because. I honestly did not, I mean, I've used it like once or twice, but it's honestly, I just bought it just to buy it. I do that a lot. I just like buying different palettes. All right, I'll do those last. Back to the, let's go back to Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have all three of the newer ones. I just got into Anastasia, so I was definitely excited to do it. Sorry guys, I turned my... Okay, I think my dude is muted. All right, so this is the Subculture palette. It's one of my favorite palettes, and I love it so much. I definitely use my Anastasia ones like so much more than I use anything else. Also, Modern Day Renaissance was actually the first palette that I got, and then I got Subculture, and then I got Prism. So this is Modern Day Renaissance. I freaking love these colors too. They're very neutral. I feel like you can do a lot of cool looks with these palettes, although people say that they really don't know how to work with the Anastasia colors. I personally do, so it's not that bad. Regular and the Venton Red and Love Letter are my three favorites. I think I use those the most out of the whole freaking palette. All right, we're going to go back to Too Faced. This is actually a brand new palette. This is the Clover palette, and honestly, it was the cutest palette that I've ever seen, so I literally had to get it. And they have the cutest names. I love Too Faced, but these two colors at the bottom are definitely my two favorite colors out of the whole palette. Well, and the yellow. Good Boy is actually really good. So I really like this, and this is dedicated to puppies. So I don't know much about the Clover in general, but they definitely teamed up with Too Faced and created a really cool palette. All right, this is my fellow YouTube sister. This is the Melissa Michelle. She's a YouTube vlogger like myself. This is her palette that I got, and that's what she looks like. She's gorgeous. Hey, Melissa. Hope to collab with you one day. All right, so the Melissa Michelle palette is by far my favorite Ulta palette, I guess. The one thing that I did not like, it came with a lipstick, and I didn't really like lipstick. That's the only thing I didn't like. I love her highlight. I think it's really pretty, and it goes on super nice. Look at that glow. My favorite color in the palette would have to be this really pretty purple up here, but I definitely have used this multiple times, definitely. My dude is muted. I'm so mad. He can't even hear me. I can talk so much shit right now. He can't even hear me. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna move on to more Lorac. This is the Mega Pro. It is one of those palettes that I thought I would love it, but honestly, I don't really like it. No, I don't love this color at the bottom. It happened to just fall. This is like one of my least favorite palettes, honestly, you guys. I mean, it's just another palette, I guess. Moving on. Now, this palette that I'm about to show you next, this got so much hate and so much drama was in this palette. It's nuts. But this is the Too Faced Glitter Bomb. Now, every blogger had a lot to say about this palette. Mostly that Too Faced tricked us by saying that these were glitters. So apparently they're not really glitter. They're more like shimmers. They are really glittery, but I do know for a fact that you have to use the glitter glue, and it does make it stay a little bit better. Just saying. That's just what I think I think that's how it works. So really pretty. Like super pretty. All right, moving on. You guys probably know I have 1,000,001 of these, so I'm gonna do them all at the same time because you guys know this is how I started my YouTube and how I got my spot and everything else. There's one in here. There's not one in here. Do I have? Okay, I think I have all of them. Okay. Of course, I am talking about my Kylie Jenner eyeshadows. You guys know that Kylie was my number one brand. I've supported her from the beginning, and I literally have everything Kylie Jenner, including almost all of her lip kits. But this was the first palette that I received. This is the bronze palette. This was my go-to palette for just a neutral. Love this palette. My favorite color in the palette would probably have to be this really pretty orange right here. I just love the way it kind of just goes together. So, still in the Kylie family, we have, I think that's all of them, I guess. This is the Burgundy palette, you guys. This was honestly my favorite palette that she has. Oh my god. So, and the last couple of palettes that she came out with, I really enjoyed, but have not been able to get them. Unfortunately, I am going to New York, and I will be at her pop-up store where you can kind of purchase all the stuff that you couldn't get on her site. The next thing, these came in her Valentine's Day bundle. This is Sweetheart, and this is Love Letter, and Baby. I have not used my mini ones in a very long time. Still in that Valentine's Day palette, this is Smooch, and this is Poison Berry, and In Love. Oh my god, yes, I love that one. And the last one in that one is called Kiss Me with Main Squeeze and Sweet Thing. These is probably my favorite one out of the little 3 mini ones. Going back into, still with that Valentine's Day bundle, I got Kylie's Diary. Oh my god, you guys. So this is the first time she introduced the mirror into her palette, and she introduced her blushes. And then look at these colors. They're really good. I actually was able to get this palette, I think it came on Valentine's Day. You guys are going to have to check my blog, but I think it came on Valentine's Day, and I was actually able to use these colors to do it. So I was super excited. Sticking with the Kylie Jenner family, I also purchased the Holiday 2016 bundle. I did not get the Holiday bundle this year. I was really sad about that. But this is the 2016 one. And this are the colors. My favorite color, and this one is definitely the silver right here. That's definitely the go-to color. I mean, look how amazing it comes up. Yeah, definitely the best. I think it's when her formulas actually started changing too, but you can just tell that the shadow just went on totally different. My goody is definitely the Kylie Jenner Royal Peach palette. I was obsessed with this palette, you guys, seriously, but I only bought it for Royal and Peachy, but this is by far one of my favorite palettes, and this is the first time she included a brush in the palette that I still use to this day, but it's just in my little brush container. It's actually not with the palette. Ending the Kylie, I think this is the birthday one, I believe. I want it all. So pretty. All of her like new shadows, they just look like little books. This is so pretty and so sparkly. I want it all. Was definitely probably my least favorite. Yeah, it was his birthday bundle. This is my least favorite Kylie makeup, just because I really didn't like it as much. I think this is the only color I really liked, which is really sad for me because I actually freaking am obsessed with Kylie Jenner. All right, another eyeshadow palette that I got just because it was on sale, I think, and I thought I'd like it, but honestly, you guys, I don't. All right, I'm talking about this Tarte eyeshadow palette, which is basically brand new. I've used a mascara that came with it and the eyeliner, and that's about it. I think I've used one color. So I saw the palette and thought it was really cool and neat, especially the way it was like all like in a little box, but yeah. I literally just got it just to get it, and I've only used it maybe twice. All right, moving on. This is another one of my least favorite palettes. Thankfully, I didn't buy this one and waste my money on it. This is the BH Cosmetics Second Edition palette. I freaking hate this palette. Like, honestly, this is the ugliest palette ever, and I hate the colors in it just as much. I don't like the way they come up. It's just not my palette. By the way, this was a gift from Alex, so maybe that's why I really hate it. All right, so moving on. We're gonna go to another YouTube. This is my girl Carly. She teamed up with BH Cosmetics and created this look. This is my favorite palette, honestly. For like I said, this is a really nice simple palette. This is my favorite highlighter, and it broke. I was really upset about that. But love these colors. They're super neutral and everything else. Sorry, I don't know what the hell my dude is doing on FaceTime. But I love this. Love this so much. All right. Oh, I forgot one. This is another MAC, you guys. This was my very first MAC. My mother bought it for me, and I still have it to this day. And as you can see, when I was really obsessed with MAC, I use these a lot. Okay, moving on to, let's go with Smashbox Draw In and Duct Out. This actually came in a set. And I want to say there's two other ones or one other one. I cannot find the other two. I think my mother has them. But I love these colors. You can do like a dark smoky eye with these, which is amazing. All right, moving on to some drugstore. This is the Maybelline Gifted Nudes. I actually got all three of these because they were on sale. But this is one probably my favorite one out of all of them. I haven't used it since I got it. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't used it. And then I also have the Blush Nudes, which is a kind of neutral kind of color that I've used a little bit of more of. And then the last one I have is the Nudes, and I don't think I've used any of these colors at all. I know, I'm such a horrible person. All right, another thing that I got, this is also from the local drugstore. I have the LA Girls 16 color eyeshadow palette. I really didn't like this palette. It was $5, I believe, but I like the fact that it was all shimmer. I really didn't like that. I was like, ew, I can't even work with any color because I really can't stand shimmer. One of my favorite palettes, and I definitely promoted this movie way too much. I'm talking about the My Little Pony movie that came out October 6th, that I still hadn't seen. I was supposed to see it with my little sister and I ended up not seeing it. But this by far is the really cool, sweet palette. I mean, Look at this palette. It's freaking amazing. Love it. First off, it has red. How many palettes do you have right now that has a red? I'm talking a true red. Not that many palettes have a true red, so I really enjoyed the red. Definitely love this blue right here, and definitely the mint, just because mint was one of my very, very, very favorite colors. All right, moving on. I don't know if I should make this last or first, or last or end it like this. I don't really know. So you know what? I'm gonna make this one last. This is by far my favorite palette. Moving on to my last Too Faced palette. I do have the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. I got this for Christmas this past year. I fell in love with it. It's definitely my favorite palette out of all the palettes that I have. And it does smell like chocolate. Oh my god. So yes, first off, the huge mirror. Like, look at that. That mirror is huge. That's by far my favorite thing. The colors in this palette, I think, are the craziest cool colors ever. So you have Money Bags, Chocolate Gold, of course, Rich Girl, which is my favorite in the whole entire palette. You have Chocolate Truffle, So Bougie, Classy and Sassy, Rolling in the Dough, Famous, Dripping in Diamonds, hello, Living Lavish, New Money, Old Money, Gold Dripping, and Holla for $1. These were the craziest names that they could ever think of, and that was crazy. Okay, guys, the final and last eyeshadow palette, you probably already know what it is. It is my Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. This is my go-to palette, you guys. I'm in love with this palette. Oh my god. First off, I happen to really enjoy Jaclyn Hill in her videos. Before, I heard a lot about the Jaclyn Hill palette and didn't know who the hell she was. So I subscribed to her channel. I am a subscriber. Thank you so much, Jaclyn. And I got her palette and loved it. Honestly, her formula was amazing. But you guys, look at these colors. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is my first Morphe palette too. And I really enjoyed it. And I really loved how she created it. As you can see, I used mostly the browns and a little bit of the reds. I have not used this color right here or these shimmers up here yet, but don't worry, by the end of this year I'm pretty sure I will get all involved in all of these colors. So well, you guys, that is the end of my video. That was my in the life, I guess, of Diamonds eyeshadow palettes. You guys asked for it and you guys got it, obviously. Stay tuned. I think I'm going to do another video today. I think I'm going to do another Q&A. You guys seem to really love the Q&As and everything else. My dude is like doing hand gestures and I don't know what the hell he's talking about. So thank you guys so much. I love you, and I can't wait to meet a lot of you, because a lot of my followers do live in Texas. I will be doing a meet and greet at some point while I'm in Texas. Kind of, you know, just get my name out there. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share my videos wherever you share cool things. And thank you guys so much. And if you guys want to help me out this year, 2018, you get me to 1K before December 31st, 2018, and I'll be gladly appreciated. Love you guys. I also will be doing a giveaway at some point. Let me know, comment what palette you guys want to win. A lot of people have said they really wanted me to do a giveaway on the Jaclyn Hill palette. The very first palette I gave out was the Kylie Jenner Burgundy palette. That was my very first giveaway when I first started. And Laura from my hometown of Arlington, Texas, she actually won that. So if you guys wanted me to do more giveaways, just drop that below. Thank you guys so much and have a great day. Bye!